Episode 5 of Business Proposal begins with Taemu standing outside Harai's house and finding out about her identity as Junwei. Taemu goes over all of their interactions in his head, becoming angrier and angrier that Harai deceived him. At work, Harai gets a text from Taemu asking her to meet him near her workplace. She rushes to meet him for coffee. There, he asks her where she works. He says he realized he doesn't know much about her and wants to get to know her better, but she continues to lie to him. On the phone, he schedules a meeting with her food development team right in front of her. When she arrives late, he requests that she redo her ravioli product to lower its cost while maintaining its quality. Seung-hoon notices Taemu's emotional treatment of Harai. Taemu informs him of her true identity and promises he will make her realize the mistake she's made. A montage shows Harai working and experimenting on different ravioli products, but Taemu disapproves of each one. One day, Chairman Kang visits the company for lunch. He mentions the upcoming founding anniversary ceremony. The chairman also asks after Junwei, requesting that Taemu schedule a meeting between all of them. Taemu later meets with Harai as Junwei and asks her to attend the ceremony. She tries to make an excuse, but he catches her on a dot. He insists she'll have to pay the penalty fee in their contract if she can't make it to the event. Seung-hoon tells Taemu he feels sorry for Harai. After all, this whole plan was Taemu's idea, and he even made it sound like a threat to Harai. He remarks to him that he tends to lose his calm in situations that involve Harai. In the flat next door, Young Seo tells Harai about the lamp she received as a gift from her new neighbor. The camera zooms in on the lamp, and their voices become muffled, as if the lamp is bugged. At work the next day, Harai finds that her proposal for bucket list fish won her a major award. However, when she realizes she'll receive an award from President Kang himself at the founders' ceremony, her celebration is cut short. She decides to build a plan in advance so she won't have to attend as Harai. Taemu has a plan to trap her, however. He sends her entire family an invitation so that everyone in her life will expect her to be there. Harai dreams that she tries to be two people at once, but can't pull it off. Young Seo meanwhile runs into Seung-hoon at a new restaurant. When they are forced to sit together, she jokingly draws the line between their seats and insists neither of them cross it. The night before the ceremony, Harai drinks too much at a dinner with her colleagues. She calls Taemu to says she can't attend the ceremony, but can't pay the penalty fee either. She trips and accidentally hangs up. When he can't reach her, Taemu gets in his car and tries to find her. He runs around to different shops, eventually ending up at the park, where he finds Harai lying inside a tunnel slide. She tells him this must be a dream, he wouldn't chase after her in real life. She says since this is a dream, she wants to tell him a secret. She admits she is Harai and Junwei, apologizing for everything. Eventually, one of her co-workers comes looking for her, and Taemu leaves. The next morning, she wakes up to a text from Taemu, saying he has fired her. She celebrates, realizing she doesn't have to worry so much anymore. Taemu has forgiven Harai. He thinks his brain has confused him into thinking he's interested in her, so he goes on a business trip to try to take his mind off her. But on his trip, he starts seeing Harai everywhere. An imaginary Harai even tries to get him to admit his feelings for her. Meanwhile, Harai remembers her time with Taemu. She thought she would be relieved to be freed from her obligation to him. She receives a call from Chairman Kang though, who asks her to dinner. So, she calls Taemu to ask what she should do, but he doesn't answer. At her flat, Young Seo accidentally knocks over the lamp from her neighbor and finds a bug implanted in the bulb. She bags up the pieces and goes outside to head to the police station, but the neighbor stops her outside. He picks up the bag she dropped. He takes it, insisting he'll fix it for her. When Seung-hoon returns from the business trip, the neighbor knocks Young Seo over and runs with the lamp. Seung-hoon chases after him, and they fight, but Seung-hoon eventually pins him to the ground. As Taemu is about to meet his grandfather for dinner, he calls Seung-hoon, who tells him about the incident. Just then, Harai arrives. Taemu didn't know she was coming, but she says she had to come as the chairman requested. He asks if she knows about what happened to Young Seo. She doesn't, so he grabs her arm to pull her away. The episode ends with him calling her Harai, although she's dressed. So much happens in Business Proposal's latest episode, from a chase scene to a drunk confession. At the center of it all is Taemu and his inner war. The series has done a believable job building up the conflict between Taemu's feelings and his pride. Despite his atrocious behavior toward Harai, he makes me believe that he truly cares for her. Though I've lost some respect for him from this episode's events, the complexities of his character are compelling. Harai remains someone to root for through everything. She is two distinct, yet similarly charming personas as Harai and Junwei, which speaks to Kim Si-jeong's nuanced portrayal of the character. Do you think the incident with the lamp will bring Seong-hoon and Young Seo closer together? And will Taemu allow himself to get closer to Harai? Now that Harai's secret is out, they could simply drop the charade. I'm holding out hope, however, that they will continue to work together in order to convince Sherman Kang of their fake relationship.